Okay, so you want a role in public relations, but in particular, you want to work in high profile public relations. Well, interestingly enough, the first thing you need to work out is why do you want a role in PR? No, seriously, you have to ask yourself, why do you want to work in PR? Which sounds like an odd thing to do. But actually, working out the reasons why you want to do it will give you leverage as to which business or which field is best suited for you in a role. High profile is very different to any public relations work in any field. For a start, you could be working for a celebrity or a business leader or a politician or anybody who's got a significant public profile. Usually in high profile, you are working for one person rather than a company or a business. Or you could be working in politics, so you could be working for a particular party, working for a performing band or artist, or even a high profile fashion label. It is a very, very stressful job. In fact, the higher profile you are, the more likely under stress you're going to be. And sometimes you could be finding yourself working more with an ego rather than a personality. And often VIPs don't understand the boundaries of things that they can or can't do. Some personalities may be quite demanding and stubborn, but thankfully these are few and far between. And as professional PRs, we are always ready for that. But if you can show off your knowledge of project management and knowing how to get the right interview or public event so you can target the right audience, and you can show that you can stay in control, you will earn the respect of the person you're working for. So even in high profile PR, you're still going to be doing a lot of mundane work, a lot of admin, a lot of looking at emails and trying to decide whether some reporter is worth responding to or not. So you've got to show that you are good at writing and copywriting, that you are incredibly organized and excellent at project management. You're fantastic at researching and finding new different links and social media platforms and channels and influencers and Lord knows what else to work for, particularly if you're looking at digital PR. You have got to be persuasive. You have got to talk around editors, journalists, writers, broadcasters, radio presenters, and just about anybody else into your way of thinking. That's why we always say in public relations that the best thing to do with any sort of campaign, no matter how big or small, is to know your outcome. Even if it's just chatting to somebody on LinkedIn, you've got to know where that conversation is going to lead to. So following on from that, you've got to be good at networking. You've got to have a very sharp eye for detail and know where to trip people up as well, because other people will make mistakes, particularly reporters and journalists. You've got to be ambitious, and I don't mean to say just for yourself, but you've got to be ambitious on behalf of your client as well. You've got to be genuine, transparent, to be honest. And also not to just be the public speaker, but to be a very good listener as well. Particularly if your client wants to have a rant, don't just close your ears and look the other way. Be quick to learn, because there are always going to be new skills and strategies coming on the market, and you need to stay on top of what's coming. Be flexible and unflustered, even when there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. Be ready to question and be questioned. Now that's a very key one. And be ready to problem solve fast and efficiently, in particular fast. When hits the fan, you're the person who is going to have to deal with it. And believe me, if you're high profile, then when it hits the floor, it really hits the floor. So in high profile, be ready for anything. Be ready for dramatic shifts in direction. Be ready to change course, and be ready to be professional even when the phone rings at 11 o'clock at night. And be ready to sound in charge even when you are quaking in your boots. High profile PR, in fact any public relations, always demands everything that you have. And I'm certainly not here to put you off, because I've survived high profile for over 10 years. Trust me, it can be highly rewarding, even when you are working at the top. And eventually, when you do get your client to interview on time and they are dressed, promoted, and all the questions have gone through you and have been approved, then you can breathe a sigh of relief. Your job right now at this minute is done. There is nothing else better than seeing your fruits come into labour, particularly if you're putting somebody on the front cover. So there will be moments when you can pat yourself massively on the back. You've done a good job. So there you have it. High profile public relations from Michelle Hatcher, who was the former publicist to Carol Middleton and head of PR at Party Pieces. See you in the next video for more public relations tips and tricks and how to reach the top in your chosen PR career. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.